Ay, 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 ay.
So how to water your plant? It seems pretty simple. Most people think that watering a plant is actually quite easy, but it's truly an art form. There's a way to water a plant that's not difficult to do, but once you know how to do it, it makes a big difference of whether the plant will live or die. This is a technique that applies for all plants, whether they're seedlings or trees or shrubs, regardless of the size. The first thing you should know when you're dealing with watering a plant is that plants drink from the roots and nowhere else. So if you have this plant, for example, who hasn't been watered in quite a while, you can wet the leaves as much as you like, but the plant will not be able to drink until the water gets to the root system. It's kind of like us. If we're thirsty, the only way to drink is by drinking through our mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Крутой видеоряд, кстати.
А кто это?
Те же самые.
Unsatisfied, yeah. I feel unsatisfaction, but I don't feel hate.
Unsatisfaction for what? For
Annoying people, for example, annoying governments.
Yeah. You told me
But it's
about
not hate. I don't hate anything.
It's difficult.
Бля. Я обвязал, зачем я с собой ношу двое пара очков. И наконец-то узнал. Даже без спикера будет. Ну что, расскажем что-нибудь? Миру поведаем. Нахуй мусоров.
You and I were like diamonds in the sky. We were shooting sky and sea, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm like, we're like diamonds in the sky.
Лебедь Марина Владимировна.
Нет, окей. Лебедь мира.
Что?
Возьмите меня в ваши миры.
Engaged, motherfucker.
The water would probably go directly through the plant. Either that, or it wouldn't even be able to get into the plant and into the soil, and it would kind of just pool up at the top. You're gonna wanna take the entire plant and its container and submerge it in a larger bucket filled with water. And once it takes on a bit more of the water, you can use a pencil or a chopstick and make little holes in the soil. So that way the water can get to all different parts of the root system. Normally worms would do this if it were in the wild, but we don't have any worms in here. So you get to be the worm. This plant is a classically overwatered plant. All of its foliage is kind of turning pale and drooping and dying, and the soil has a really repugnant, strong odor. And if you reach your finger into the soil, it's very, very, very damp. And I just figured out why it's so waterlogged. It doesn't have any drainage on the bottom of it. No drainage is no good. See that? That's a drainage hole. That's good. You want that. That way when you water the plant, you water it all the way through, and you know you did a good job if the water comes through the bottom. Be sure to check the roots. Healthy roots should be fibrous with white tips. If your plant is suffering from being overwatered, stop.
Да.
Позвонить в полицию?
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
Deja vu, I just been in this place